Today I'm testing a strategy based on Aroon in a live session, including situations where the signal fails. I set the time frame to 30 seconds. Set trade duration to 1 minute. Make sure to set the expiration mode to clock. Among indicators, choose Aroon, moving average and RSI. Open settings for moving average and set the period to 19. Leave type as simple moving average. For the Aroon, set the period to 16. For relative strength index, set the period to 9. Indicators are configured. I choose trading pairs with favorable payout conditions. Let's discuss how the strategy works. When the blue Aroon crosses above the red, price closes above the moving average, and RSI is above 50, ideally near overbought level, I place a buy. You can spot a false signal here, but there is almost no room between the trigger candle's closing price and the recent resistance level. The move has already happened, so the signal should be avoided. When the red Aroon crosses above the blue, price closes below the moving average, and RSI is below 50, ideally near oversold level, I place a sell. There is a false signal here as well. Top of Aroon was not steep and confident, but a two-step move. Avoid that. Now you understand the strategy. Let's start live trading. Price is breaking through moving average. Let's wait to see if blue line of Aroon tops or not. Blue line topped and crossed red. Candle closed above and broke through moving average. The RSI is above 50, so I placed a buy. Price was not only crossing above the moving average, but it also broke a bearish trend line, which also shows bullish momentum and confirms the signal of the strategy. As noticeable, often this strategy needs quick decisions. The platform used in this video is linked in the video description below. If it is too stressful to watch your trade, take a short break. The trade will play out in your absence, and you can perform your analysis afterwards when you are relaxed. The trade has closed. I am looking for the next entry. Here, price crossed below moving average. Relative strength index is almost touching level 30. I might wait here a bit to see if red line of Aroon crosses and tops. There wasn't another good setup recently. This seems promising. But wait for this candle to finish, so the top and cross is confirmed. And red Aroon seems to top up. But still there is plenty of time left. Always wait for trigger candles to finish before placing trades. They might change direction and the setup does not form in the end. Patience is the most important soft skill in trading, just as important as market analysis on the technical level. Topping and crossing of red Aroon confirmed, so I have taken a sell position. This time Aroon was almost topped for a longer time, so it provided more time to prepare for this setup. Unlike in the previous situation where the topping happened in the last second, it was mostly due to price movement being more aggressive. Relative strength index is hugging the oversold level, which also shows the strong bearish momentum. This case is another good example showing that RSI is not always a simple reverse trigger. Everything has a meaning only in the given context. There is enough room in price dimension until the previous support level. The trade has closed. I am looking for the next entry. Price is breaking below moving average. Red line of Aroon seems to top up. If the topping up will have a break in the middle, ignore the signal and look elsewhere. Current break might be temporary as candle has not yet finished. Relative strength index is not low enough yet. Currently it doesn't look the best, but it's not a finished candle. Previous candle has a long upper wick showing some resistance, so the final move of Aroon can still become steep, and it seems to do so. The RSI is about to touch level 30. I'm waiting for this candle to finish and confirm the setup. Confirmed, I'm placing a sell. Look at our trigger candle size. It clearly shows a deviation from the moving average, and it's a bearish engulfer, which are extra confluences. Now the red Aroon climbed up slowly like in the previous situation, so there was plenty of time to examine the setup. But be aware that Aroon is a fast-moving tool. It often tops in the last second only. Also, there is quite some room left for price to move until previous support level. The trade has closed. This was the last one today. Thank you very much for watching my video. See you next time.